today I'm gonna show you how to write an compare and contrast essay, and at the end of the video you're gonna have a great grasp of how to write an compare and contrast essay. At least you're gonna learn the structure of this essay. There are two types of writing compare and contrast essay. One of them is point by point, and the second one is block method. In this essay I've used block method. So it generally starts with a hook sentence. Hook sentences are so important. It really brings the attention of the reader quickly and exponentially, and that's why I wanted to use it in question instead of writing a general idea. So first sentence is like, have you ever hooked up to any movie? Could movies change the way we live? It's a great starting. I mean, the point it gives me an idea of what I'm gonna show, what I'm gonna talk about. Maybe at the end of, maybe in the conclusion part, I'm gonna answer the question I wrote there. So it always it's good to start with a question in this type of essay. So, and then movies for many people is one of the vital means for assessing the leisure times. Movie industry has been developing since the technology that was found to move the image one at a time. So in these two sentences, I started to narrow down the topic, because I'm going to move to my thesis. So I have to narrow down the topic, or the thing that I'm talking about in this essay. So that's why I used kind of sentences that are so generalized rather than being special sentences. So in other sentences, not only have movie industry altered, but also availability of watching the movie at home rather than going to the movie theater has revolutionized the way we approach movies. So right now you can feel that the next sentence is going to be about the thesis statement, because those three sentences from at the end of the question to the last one, it shows where we're going and what we're going to talk about in this essay. But the last thing is the thesis statement, which is while going to a movie, watching it at home are two different ways of enjoying the movie. They have more in common than what meets the eye. So there are similarities and differences. That's what I understood from the last sentence, which is thesis statement. And in each paragraph should start with the topic sentences. I'm talking about the developing part, not the beginning or the conclusion, but the part that you should give an example about the thing that you mention in your thesis statement should start with the topic sentence. So in this essay, the topic sentences, there's so many similarities between buying the tickets to watching movie in movie theater and watching it in the Sunday night in the comfort of your home. So it basically shows that there's similarities between going to a movie and then watching it at home. So there are many examples. I'm not going to read them. So in the next paragraph, it is, I mean, the next thing that that this essay is talking about is also absolutely going to be about the differences, because we have already mentioned the similarities between those two activities. So it's time for us to show what the differences are. So just notice that there's a chronological movement in this essay, because we mentioned that they have more in common than what meets the eye, which designates the similarities, and then the next paragraph we talked about the similarities, and then now it's time for us to talk about the differences between them. So the topic sentences, apart from similarities, there are also many distinctive differences between those two activities. Yes. So I mean the rest, what are those? What are those differences? Just we should give example, we should make our statement much more clear by giving example sentences and examples. And in the conclusion, which is the last part of our sentence, by the way, it's as you've already guessed, it's a 4-paragraph essay. It could have been 5, but sometimes in the exam the time is so limited. So although the time is not going to make any difference, it doesn't matter if you're going to write an essay, because like you're going to end up with some limited words, whether it's going to be like a 4-paragraph essay or 5-paragraph essay. You can basically break one of them down and then make your essay 5-paragraph essay. But anyway, in this essay, it's just similarities and differences. But if you make an point by point compare contrast essay, then making a 5-paragraph essay could be much better. It is because you're gonna have 3 points to talk about, and then it's gonna be much more informative and much more specified about certain topics. Then writing 5-paragraph essay is going to be much easier than writing 4. And in the last paragraph, it says, in conclusion, while there are so many similarities like shared emotions and some requirements that were mentioned in the second paragraph, procedure and the place what make them different. Oh, this sentence is not clear, but still, those 2 points, aspects, have already been mentioned in the 3rd paragraph. And then what we're doing in the last paragraph, which is the conclusion part, we basically restate what we wrote in those 2 paragraphs, developing part. So we shouldn't add any new information. There shouldn't be a point or different idea or notion. It should be like a review. When you read them, you can go over the whole paragraph in one sentence. So if you want to do it, you should mention highlight the points. Then it will be much easier, because you can't really put 2 paragraphs into one sentence by not using this method. So in the last paragraph, the last sentence, it says, since the new movies are upcoming, which could be life-changing, they're going to allure us and inspire us in so many ways. So it may sound different or odd, because this essay we're talking about the differences and similarities between going to a movie or going to a movie theater for watching a movie. But our last sentence does not refer what we're talking about. But it's wrong. It's actually answering the question, the very first question we ask to the reader, to really hook them up, really to drawing their attention. So our question was like, have you ever hooked up to any movie? Could movies change the way we live? Which could be life-changing, and they're going to allure us and inspire us in so many ways. So basically they can change our lives according to the writer of that essay. So this is the end of this video about how to write a compare and contrast essay. It's not a well organized. Of course, it's a well organized essay, but still it can be it can be improved by using some specific words or vocabularies. It's a typical high school student essay in countries where people do not speak English but have to pass exams. So I guess I mean they're gonna acquire the structure of how to write a compare and contrast essay. So thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it.